Welcome, everyone. Welcome to today's Fire Signs live readings for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So, we are looking at the week of June 13th through June 19th of 2022. I am going to talk about the astrology a little bit at the beginning of the video. So, if you guys are watching the replay and you just want to see your reading, just check in the description box. I will put timestamps, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and you can choose where you want to go. Yes, I'm using the big camera. All right, so I will minimize when we get ready to start doing the readings. But again, I do want to talk about the astrology just a little bit because we have a really exciting supermoon. A supermoon means that the energy is closest, and it means that it impacts you more. There are going to be some signs that are impacted a little bit more than other signs, and there's going to be other signs that are actually getting a lot more benefits than other signs. So I'm going to point both of those signs out. Hi, Amber. Hi, Sandra. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the most impacted by the Sagittarius strawberry full moon. This full moon has you, most of us, very energized, very excited. It does seem like we're coming out of the winter months, especially here in the US, and we are like starting to enjoy a little sunshine, right? So the most impacted are going to be Taurus, Cancer, and Scorpio. And I'm going to tell you why those three are going to be the most, okay? We're going to start out with Taurus. So Taurus is an earth sign. We do earth signs on Saturday, so we'll be talking about Taurus a little bit more tomorrow. But it's going to be about your finances, Taurus. So right now, you're going to be settling debts. You could be actually receiving a little money if you're owed money, but it's going to go to paying another debt. You're definitely having to focus on rebudgeting. You're having to like regroup, right? Many times, Taurus, as I was reading and studying Taurus, I was seeing that it's possible Taurus made some poor decisions in business aspects or with jobs. And so now you're kind of like reaping the consequences of those choices. Does it mean that it's all bad? Absolutely not. It just means that you're having to regroup. You may be having to learn how to do a little less online shopping. You know what I mean? Something like that. Cancer. For Cancer, this is actually a calmer energy. It's actually, so the rest of us are really exciting. We're getting like pumped up with the full moon energy. Cancer is actually feeling a calmer energy. And it's bringing final closure to Cancer in relationships and even some friendships. So the full moon, that is what we do. It's closure, right? We're releasing, we're closing old things out. Cancer is one of the most nurturing signs. It's most, a lot of helpers, teachers, that type of thing, that type of energy are Cancer. And so it's been taking them, it seems like, and maybe not longer, but just wanting to make sure that they're releasing what they need to release before they actually release it, right? Cancer is also about routine. So if you're a Cancer sun, Cancer moon, you most likely have really set routines, especially like in the morning when you first get up, stuff like that. It's very possible that as you close out these relationships and friendships, you start to find that you have more time and you start to add to those routines. Scorpio. So here it is. Ready, guys? And I mean, I don't want to be like the bearer of bad news. Please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just kind of giving you a heads up so that you can see that, one, astrology is a tool and it's trying to show you what steps to take so that you can have your best week, right? So Scorpios, it is shaking up your sense of security, this super moon. It is very, very close to the earth. And Scorpio is going through a massive transformation already as it is. So especially since that lunar eclipse, Scorpio full moon. So this is the next full moon after that full moon. So you're definitely experiencing a little bit heavier energy than the rest of us with this full moon. But you are seeing like there's something about your sense of security, stability that's being shaken up. It is being shaken up for a reason. So I just want to point that out. I know that it doesn't matter what I say at this moment when I say that. You could have lost a job, could have lost like a partnership, could have lost somebody who had an investment. You see what I'm trying to say? Something like that. And it doesn't really matter what I say at this moment. You're going to see it as a loss and you're going to grieve that situation. But Scorpio, I just want you to know, November 8th, there is another lunar eclipse that's coming. That's going to be very impactful. So as you're going through these next 6 months, it is going to affect you. This strawberry supermoon is going to affect you more than any of the other signs. But I do feel like it's going to come back to you on that November 8th lunar eclipse. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. Like I said, there's nothing that I can say that's going to make you feel like more comfortable or happier about it. But I do feel like there is a major purpose and something really good comes from it at the other end of the spectrum type of situation, right? You are going to find yourself extra emotional, Scorpio, this full moon, as the rest of us are really excited and feeling really excited energy and happy energy. Scorpio is feeling a very heaviness. And again, I just tell you this so that if you wake up and your Aries buddy is over here just bouncing off the walls and you're like, what the F, right? That's why. So don't, like, one, don't be mad at your Aries buddy. But two, find out like what spirit is asking you to do, what it is. Work with the energy, guys, instead of against it. But here's the little bit of an issue that with Scorpio already. In this period, they have this little bit of a, I'm going to give you some initials because I don't want to say the bad word, but a little bit of a IDGAF, you know what I'm talking about here, attitude, like the I don't give a, you know, crap kind of attitude. And because you're having this attitude, that's kind of, again, why you're experiencing so many emotions and why you need to release those emotions. I feel like Scorpio is going to try to hold in the tears. And this full moon, guys, is super moon is no joke. You know, it's the oceans and the tides, guys. I don't know how else to break it down to you. But it's super, super powerful. And as you're kind of experiencing this energy, you may be trying to like fight against the energy. Scorpio is a very strong fighter, and may try to like push the feelings away. Don't do that. Release it, let it go, go with the flow, right? And then one last thing for Scorpio that I thought was a little interesting as I was doing my research, secrets are going to be revealed, big secrets, things that you've been keeping put back for a very long time. It could be years, guys, years. I talked to Messina, my soul sister, you know, and she's Scorpio sun, and she gave me an idea of what she thinks hers might be. Of course, I'm not going to say it; she'd kill me. But yeah, Scorpio, there's going to be something that you've been holding back, not wanting others to know, and spirit. Want you to clear the air, wants you to be your authentic self, wants you to realize, one, that people love you regardless, Scorpio. Doesn't matter, right? Whatever this thing is that you think you have to keep secret, one, just know it's going to come out, and two, just know that it's not a bad thing. And the ones that love you unconditionally will stay, and the ones that don't will go, and you didn't need those anyway, right, Scorpio? All right, let's jump to some good news. Ready? Okay, so the most beneficial signs from the strawberry full moon. This strawberry full moon is going to be the best for Aries. Ready? And I'll tell you why. I have Aries all in my chart, so I'm really excited for this super moon. I'm actually making plans with some of you guys to get together in our around Nashville in the local area. So I'm really, really excited about that. But so yeah, we're having a lot of fun, exciting energy where you're wanting to like hang out with people. You're being inspired to do things. You're wanting to be around the sun more. You're wanting to be more in the sun, which is interesting because I'm in here in my beautiful room 12 hours a day. But I did get to spend the whole day yesterday on the beach with our beautiful neighbors. So yes, we had a great time. I got some sun, a little tan. That's why I got the big camera up. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. But yeah, so lots of socializing, fun activities. Here's the thing I'm going to say, Aries. Ready? This full moon is deeply supportive of everything you're doing, Aries. Absolutely everything. The way the other planets are aligned right now, Saturn is in retrograde, and I know for many that's really difficult. For Aries, it's not, especially with this full moon. So it is trying to support what it is that you're trying to do, Aries. So what I'm going to say, Aries, enjoy your time. You've been working really hard. I feel you, but it's time to have a good time and maybe meet new people, explore. It's exciting energy, right? But don't stop learning. Don't feel, Aries, that you've ever reached a point where there's nothing else to learn, because there's always going to be something. But that's the only thing that I could see that this full moon might cause, Aries. A little bit of an overconfidence, thinking that you've learned everything and you've implemented everything and you're golden, you're good to go. That's never the case, Aries. There's always going to be something. If that was the case, your life would be done and, well, we'd see you in heaven, right? So it's not the case. There's something else to learn. So keep that in mind. All right. The next sign that this is going to be very beneficial supermoon for is Gemini. And Gemini is getting their intimacy on. I'm not going to blush because we have the big camera on. But so Gemini, this supermoon is all about love for you. You're becoming very intimate with whoever you're in a relationship with. And if you're single right now, Gemini, most likely not for long. Supermoons, I just want to say, all full moons kind of get everybody's energies flowing, right? Supermoons more so. Gemini, because of the placements, the different astrological aspects that are happening around the Sagittarius strawberry full moon, you're very focused on your intimate relationships. You're also able to tell people, Gemini, this is going to be very new for you. That new moon energy brought this in. You're telling people what you need. As before, you probably kept it to yourself because you wanted to keep the peace. And now you're like, no, I need to do this thing, or I need you to do this thing. And I just want to say, I'm not going to blush, but it may be in a more intimate area. So if you feel like your sex life has been a little boring, Gemini, that's all fixing to change. All right, Sagittarius, let's keep going. Sagittarius is going to be the last one that has the most benefits from the strawberry supermoon, of course, because it is the Sagittarius supermoon. But what's happening for Sagittarius is they've come out of this long tunnel, right? A long tunnel of a lot of inner work, shadow work, emotional healing. And many of the Sagittarius that are in our tribe are on the twin journey. They're also tarot readers. They're also healers. They're also spiritual shamans, all these things, right? And many of you guys have like your own businesses. Many Sagittariuses that are on our subscribe to us have their own YouTube channel. So yes, guys, lots of strong Sagittarius energy with this Sagittarius full moon that's benefiting you, right? It's the things you like. It's the things you want. It's the things you've been looking for as you came out of that dark healing period. So now the energy is light, it's very airy, fun, exciting. And I just want to say thanks to all the Sagittarius out there, guys. We should all thank, if you know a Sagittarius, tell them thank you. Diana's not with us today. She said she had to miss the fire sign. So I just want to say thank you, Diana. I will pull a card for you later. She asked me to pull a card for her, so when she watches the replay. But yeah, so Sagittarius crawling out of the darkness, bringing light and fun to everyone around them. So if you know a Sagittarius or you're around a Sagittarius, tell them thank you. All right, guys, so that's it. That's the astrology. I'm almost ready to jump into the readings. We are going to use the Queen of the Moon Oracle just because we're trying to focus on that full moon energy. I do want to mention, guys, we do have the Twin Flame energy update for June. I've only seen 2 of you guys. How is there only 2 of you? Amber's always first because she's awesome. Sandra's probably the second one. But yes, guys, I feel like the sale has ended, so you missed out on the 50%. If there's an issue with pay, please just message me. I'd rather you get the message than whether my thing's gonna go up by $10 or not. You see what I'm saying? So yes, guys, if there's an issue with payment, please message me. I have learned they do give you some like free passes to give to people, and I usually try to give at least one of those out each time. But yes, if there's an issue, please just reach out. Email, of course, is scrolling across the bottom. especially if you're on a twin journey, because that is our purpose. That's what we're doing here, right, guys? And these are going to be the extended readings that look at past, present, and future energies with our June update. So yes, let me know if there's an issue with that. If not, and you'd like to join us, please check out my Facebook page. And the links, of course, are in the description box. All right, big camera off. Ready? Oops, wrong one. Okay, there we go. And as soon as that thing, like my face isn't all on the screen, like the nerves go away and I'm totally fine. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And let's timestamp Aries. Let's do 1540 for Aries. So Aries, this is going to be for June 13th through June 19th. I did talk about the astrology a little bit at the beginning of the video. I just seen the blue moon, expect the unexpected. All right, Aries, we are working with that full moon energy. The Sagittarius strawberry full moon will be here on the 14th. So this week, I believe it's Tuesday. And like I said at the beginning, Aries the most beneficial sign from this full moon. So let's see, Aries, what is your energy? June 13th through June 19th. I love it. Look at that. Self-love comes out. Assessing comes out. And yes, purity comes out. Gratitude is going to be on the bottom. There has been change already. I feel like you've already been impacted and infected by the change. And now you're starting to be grateful for whatever that change was. I feel like the change is going to have something to do with you, Aries. Most likely you put the focus on yourself for a certain situation. You started taking care of yourself. You started pulling your energy back from something or someone. Interesting how we have 6 and 9 here. And then we have 30, the snow moon. So assessing tells me that you're kind of looking back and seeing how you got to where you're at, Aries. And actually, that's kind of what everyone is doing. Aries, the most beneficial sign with this particular supermoon. This supermoon is very supportive of you, Aries, and it's very it's bringing you inspiration to do things, to be excited about things. It's showing you that you can implement your lessons that you've learned when you started this self-care, self-love routine. That's what assessing is. It's like you can see yourself learning the lesson and then actually implementing it into your life. And that does give you this purity. The snow moon, whenever the snow moon comes out, I always think of Colorado. I always think about, there was a Wolf Creek, I think it's called, was a ski resort that was up in the town that we lived in. And the skiers would always get super excited. Amber 69, have mercy. But the skiers would get super excited because whenever new snow would fall, right? Because it was like a clean slate and everybody else's tracks were gone and all the old was faded away and it was only all a new clean slate. So I did kind of mention in the intro, Aries, make sure to watch that if you didn't watch it, Aries, because you are the one that's going to be, like I said, benefiting the most from this full moon. I did talk about make sure that you don't ever feel like you've learned it all, Aries. It doesn't work that way. There's always going to be something you're supposed to be learning, growing, doing, ascending, right? But I do feel like something is finally completed. And that's going to be for a lot of the signs, guys, just because of a lot of the astrological events that we've been experiencing. So Aries definitely putting the focus back on themselves and actually implementing those lessons. So continuing to do it. Definitely would bring a clean slate. All right, so we're going to use magical times for the main spread. Ooh. All right, so the faith card comes out for challenges or obstacles. discernment comes out for lesson learned, and anticipation comes out. So this is going to be interesting because as soon as I pulled that faith card out, I don't sense that as a challenge or obstacle. I feel like it was a challenge or obstacle. Something happens this week, most likely the discernment, to clear something up for you. Power is going to be on the bottom. So Aries, most likely you're not knowledgeable, or you're gaining knowledge about your power, like your personal power. It could even be like your spiritual power. But the faith card says, believe you're not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come. So Aries, I do feel like for quite some time, Aries had a little bit of this energy like I'm out here on my own. And honestly, Aries, you may have been. I do feel like there's times where Spirit asks us to really step into the light on our own. Like we have to start implementing the lessons, right? Spirit can't be there to pick us up every single time, even though he is. But we have to start doing them on our own so that we can teach other people. And I feel like that's what happens this week is you start realizing that not only have you went through this great awakening, not only have you went through like all these spiritual learnings and spiritual lessons, and started to actually implement them in your life, but you're going to start to teach other people, Aries, and show other people. Discernment is coming out in the lessons learned position. And I just want to say, most likely, this is what's happening right now, Aries. It says, see the truth of the situation, use common sense, do not be fooled, and pay attention. Your intuition knows. So I do feel like, Aries, where you were suffering with like self doubt, self confidence, you're more trusting of your intuition. And then anticipation. So I'm really excited about this because I know, Aries, that this is going to be an amazing week. So it says, something wonderful is happening, changes in the air, open yourself to blessings on their way. So something definitely coming in. And I just want to say the power card, it's very possible it's something that you actually manifested, Aries. All right, let's use the Gilded Tarot. And let's see if we can get a little clarification. I'm going to look at that faith card. I don't sense that as a challenge or obstacle. I do sense that it was at one time. But I feel like as you come out on top of the situation, see how she's standing on top of that hot air balloon? It's like you've made it, you've reached the top of some sort of goal, some sort of achievement. And I think while you were getting there, when you were almost there, Aries, most likely Spirit stepped back and wanted to see what can you do, Aries. And you did it, Aries. And now you have that sensation of like, oh, now I understand why I had that feeling like I had to do this on my own, because most likely you did. All right, let's look at the faith card. So we have the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. So that's kind of what I just said. I feel like you were scared. Pages are always scared, and Seven of Swords says you don't trust something or you don't believe something. So again, I don't feel like that's going to be the challenge or obstacle for this week, Aries. I feel like this was already the challenge or obstacle, and you kind of came out of the situation. I feel like this week you start to believe your intuition more, just because you've been assessing, just because you've been seeing the change, right? How you were, let's say, 2 years ago to where you are today. All right, let's look at discernment. So we have judgment. So what you're discerning, what you're trusting your intuition with, Aries, is your purpose, right? So judgment to me is always like your higher calling. And it's like you hear the trumpets being blown and you're like, I'm ready for service, right? And that's kind of what I'm getting here. And I do kind of feel, I said that earlier, that I'm talking to a group of Aries that people are watching you, Aries, and you're going to be teaching people. You're teaching them by example. And that could definitely be your purpose. And look at that. The Three of Hearts comes out. And the Three of Hearts says healing from a broken heart. I definitely feel like that's what caused all of this, Aries. And you had to learn like the purpose, the reason, in order to give yourself this clean slate, to be able to start over. And now you're going to show other people how to do the same. Anticipation. We have the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. So that's interesting because I thought it was going to be something exciting. Aries, Five of Wands says it's very possible that the new things that come in can be challenging, but it's also possible that you're ready because notice how I always say it's not the Five of Swords, it's the Five of Wands, so it's about training. Now, Five of Swords comes out right after, and Five of Swords is that card that I say, it's kind of like negative thinking, Aries. Aries, we're really bad about telling ourselves that we can't do something. And I feel like it's saying, like, you've trained for this, you've practiced for this, you've started to implement that confidence, and it's time to release of any negative thinking. Look at that, Four of Swords comes out, and it's like you lay your swords down. That situation is finally over. On the bottom, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles says you're doing something or going to start something. Page of Pentacles, starting something. Like you're going to start something that's going to take you I almost said a long time, but I don't think it takes a long time. I think it's something that, like you start today and you are still doing like 10 years from now. Like maybe this would be like, I started my business, right? I would like to be still doing my business 10 years from now. It's something like that, right? So whatever it is that's coming, starting, whatever the anticipation is, it's something that's going to be beneficial to you, Pentacles, money, material things, right? For long periods of time. All right, let's pull guidance and let's do the power of love. Yeah, that's not true. Let's do the Sacred Traveler this week. Let's use Sacred Traveler for guidance. So we're asking your higher self, Aries, guidance for this situation. The only thing I can see that's kind of sticking on me a little funky is that Five of Swords. And I definitely feel like that's an Aries situation where we're constantly telling ourselves we can't do something. It's time to stop that. So if you're implementing the lessons, Aries, that could be the lesson that you need to focus on this week. And you're like, well, how do I stop that? So you just replace those thoughts, replace them with something positive. And it's just like riding a bike. The more you do it, the better you get. You know what I'm trying to say? And you just continue to do it until you realize that you're more full of positive thoughts than you are negative thoughts. All right, Aries. So cleansing waters, purification activates vibrant life force. I love that, especially seeing it with that snow moon where you're getting that clean slate. Definitely rejuvenated. So interesting. We went to the beach yesterday. We went to a different part of the lake, and I got to swim in the water. So I always say that, like, I like this lake and I want to stay here and I want to live here because, you know, I for some reason, whenever I'm anxious or I don't know, sad, not happy, I can go get in the lake and it's like it washes it away. It cleanses it away, right? Purifies, right? And I definitely felt that yesterday when we went. And then we have solitude coming out. In silence, peace prevails. So that's kind of sticking out to me, especially with the Five of Swords. If for some reason, Aries, this could be a disagreement, I feel like Spirit's saying, don't fight the fight. Like, I know that sounds silly because Aries is the fighter, but this is a week to really be coming out of a situation from a love, like a love energy, an unconditional love energy. So it is very possible. Remember I said you've been training for this. You're learning something, and you're going to show people, and most likely it's unconditional love. So it's very possible that someone could come at you, Aries, and be upset about something, and Spirit saying, like, you know, be easy. Compassion. And we have infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. I do feel like this super moon is definitely going to bring in a lot of abundance. And I just want to say, guys, Aries, abundance isn't always money. But in this particular situation, I do feel like Aries, this super moon, is going to help you beneficially in some sort of monetary way. And then rainbow blessings is on the bottom. Blessings are showering your life. I feel like this is all stuff that's coming in with this Sagittarius strawberry super moon. All right, Aries, let's close it out with the Moonology oracles. And this is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I don't feel like you're very emotional this week, but I do feel like you are in your thoughts. A lot of sword action. So we have a time for healing. Your hard work is paying off. And the answers you need are coming. It's the full moon in Gemini. That's going to be for those of you, Aries, out there on the twin journey. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope this reading was helpful. If it was, please like, share, comment, subscribe. all those very good things. It does help my business grow, and I do appreciate each and every one of you. All right, guys, I'm going to clean up really quickly and we will jump to Leo. So Leo was one of the fire signs, all the fire signs definitely benefiting from the Sagittarius supermoon. But Leo was like one of the signs that was just like, yeah, they were good regardless. Didn't matter. Enjoying the ride type of energy. Yes, Amber says she's been working on self-doubt. Me too. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be. I'm a little concerned with that Five of Swords at the end. Aries is not one to lay their swords down willingly, right? They're not one to stay quiet. We talked about that with the twin journey update, Aries wanting the last word, right? So yeah, I'm kind of interested to see like how that's going to come out. But again, Aries, I do feel like Aries is showing people, teaching people, and they're teaching them by example. So I do think it's going to have something to do with that. And I do think it's going to have something to do with your purpose, what you're supposed to be doing. Yes, right? Amber, you got it. That's for real. Amber says the universe testing you to see if you got it. That's so true. Are you sure? All right, so we're almost ready for Leo. All right. Oh, it's timestamp. I almost forgot. Let's do 3155 for Leo because I've seen it. So Leo, this is going to be for June 13th through June 19th. I did talk about the astrology a little bit at the beginning of the video. We do have the Sagittarius supermoon, which is bringing fun and excitement to many signs, including the fire signs. So if you know a Sagittarius, Leo, tell them thank you. All right, Leo, let's see. What is the energy for Leo? June 19th, June 13th, June 13th through June 19th. Focus, it says. Focus, trust, and patience comes out. Beauty's on the bottom, and it's that card that says you're starting to learn how to see the beauty in all things, even the difficult things. All right, so your focus is important for you, Leo. And I kind of said that. I kind of sense like the Aries is a little bit of a balls to the wall type of energy with this full moon, and Sagittarius is like yeehaw, let's party type of energy with this full moon, and Leo's kind of in the middle, like could go either way. I might just chill, right? So I do feel like you're a little bit more focused on something, and I think it's because you're waiting for something, Leo. The green corn moon talks about having patience, and it shows that she has this balloon, and it talks about spirit getting ready to reward her because she has lived like she wasn't missing something. She wasn't in lack of anything. She lived knowing that she already had whatever it was that she wanted. She was just waiting for divine timing, right? And so that's that patience card coming in. And I do feel like that's what you're trying to focus on. You're trying to get something that you want, but you don't want to be like in a lack mentality. You're having to have trust in the universe that spirit has your back. All right, let's pull from Magical Times. And let's see, what is the challenge or obstacle? Challenge or obstacle with this situation, June 13th through June 19th for Leo. So we have the humor card, and it says, laugh at yourself and lighten your heart. Let nothing steal your happiness. It's talking about lightening the, like, make the mood lighter. Something is heavy, and it's going to be something that you're doing. And then the love card comes out, and it says, listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are 1 million reasons to love. So the word happy, happiness, happy, you see that? And then change. You are transforming. Let go of the past. Embrace the light and joy of this new day. Faith is going to be on the bottom. Faith came out for Aries, Leo, in the challenge or obstacle. So that's interesting. It says, believe you're not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come. All right. So I feel like what's changing with Leo is happiness. And most likely that's where your focus is. And most likely that's what you've been waiting for. And so here's what's happened. You've been waiting for something or someone to step in and bring you happiness or make you happy. What's happening this week, Leo, with this full moon is you're learning that you're in charge of your happiness. No one comes in and makes you happy. Nothing comes in and makes you happy. You make yourself happy. Do other things happen or people come in that can add to that happiness? Absolutely. But if you're not happy first, then whatever they bring to the table doesn't matter. I think that's what's changing. You're focusing on what makes you happy. And it's very possible it could have to do with like love or a relationship. Absolutely. All right, Leo. I just seen that 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is the completion, an end to a tough time. All right, let's look at the humor card. Why does Spirit want you to lighten the mood? So we have the Empress. It's about abundance. Could have something to do with children. And Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is resources. You may feel like you don't have enough of something. Again, that could be what you're waiting for. And Spirit saying like it's coming. Have faith. Remember, faith was the bottom of the deck. Let's look at the love card, Leo. So we have the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. So you've been, again, waiting for something. See that 7 of Pentacles, patience. Patience was up here. And then the 8 of Wands. So whatever you've been waiting for, it comes in. And it comes in quickly. The 8 of Wands, it's always those arrows darting in. And it says that something is happening really fast. It could definitely be like messages. Someone could be telling you something that brings change really fast. Something you've been waiting for. 7 of Pentacles is that feeling like you've built up all these pentacles and you're not sure like what they're supposed to do, what they're for. You're just kind of looking at them. Well, somebody comes in or something comes in and tells you finally like what to do with those pentacles. So we have the Devil and the Queen of Cups coming out for the change. The Devil could, of course, be a Capricorn energy, Leo, but I'm kind of picking up that this is going to be something toxic, unhealthy, something you were bound to or you felt like you were bound to, Leo. It's like you finally break away from that situation and you use unconditional love to do that. Queen of Cups is unconditional love. Again, I'm sensing something to do with children. On the bottom is the World. The World says that you're closing out chapters and opening up new cycles. All right, I feel like we flew through Leos. All right, Leo, let's pull guidance. All right, so we have narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Valiant courage, take action with passion, and begin now. Passion and pleasure is on the bottom. Savor your life. Again, focused on your happiness, Leo. So I do feel like you're doing something that's different for you. It may not necessarily be scary, but you're having to have courage to do it because you're having to put the focus on yourself. And I feel like, Leo, you're not used to that. You're used to giving to other people. And this is more about doing something for you. But you do take the first step this week, Leo. All right, let's close it out for Leo with the Moonology Oracle. Okay. All right, so we have a fiery climax approaches. It's full moon in Aries. Hold your vision, fixed moon. So whatever happens, don't Don't, I almost seem like a teeter-totter, like stay stable, focus, and don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo and communication is key. New moon in Gemini. There's some twin energy right there. All right, Leo, I'm going to leave it right there. Hope that was helpful. If it was, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all those very good things. And guys, I'm just going to clean up really quickly, and then we will jump to the last one, Sagittarius. I feel like Leo's had that Seven of Pentacles patience card for quite some time, but to get it with the green corn moon makes me wonder if whatever Leo's waiting for or been waiting for finally comes in with this big super moon. Definitely could be the case. All right, so almost finished with Leo. I guess we're going to change the cards up a little bit for Sagittarius. With Leo moon. Interesting, Amber. All right, so we're going to mix it up a little bit for Sagittarius. All right, I feel like this is going to be the exciting one right here. Aries is pretty good too, though. The most beneficial sign with this supermoon. So this one should be pretty exciting too. Oh, yes, guys. Please hit the thumbs up button. I forget. I'm sorry. Thank you. I seen the heart come in on Facebook. Thank you. All right. Here we go, Sagittarius. June 13th. I got a timestamp. Have mercy. Let's do 4210. Let's do 4210 for Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is going to be June 13th through June 19th. I did talk about the astrology. I do feel like this super moon in Sagittarius, strawberry full moon, is going to be amazing for you. You could be traveling with this full moon. You could be enjoying time with friends and family this full moon. So yes, lots of exciting energy for Sagittarius. I just seen the masculine card and the gratitude card. Interesting. All right, Sagittarius, let's see. Energy for June 13th through June 19th. We have wisdom coming out. Wisdom says that you're learning something. Okay, so you see this stack of books? It does talk about like ascending, awakening, gaining wisdom, of course, through knowledge. Knowledge is power, right? Key. But I do feel like it's something, you're taking action towards something. And it's number 22. So the twos are sticking out to me. The action could be with a person, Sagittarius. And then we have 37. We have Harvest Moon coming out, fruition. And again, it's like you've done all this learning, gained all this wisdom. It's given you some sort of power. And now all the things that you've been working on and all the things you've been putting your energy into are now coming to fruition. And that is the Harvest Moon. And then we have the release card coming out. So the release card is number 27. And it does talk about releasing old stagnant energy in order to bring in new energy. You've done it, Sagittarius, so you did it. So Sagittarius, most likely, you just recently did this because this full moon, you still had that stagnant energy, I believe, like in that last, the new moon type energy we did a couple weeks ago. So I do feel like you finally released something, and now you're able to have the things that you've been wanting to start to come in. I feel like last week you felt like they were coming, and this week you actually see them coming. And it is because you released that stagnant situation. You learned something, though, that would help you release that situation. Patience is on the bottom. Again, the green corn moon for the fire signs. And it's talking about how you waited patiently for something that you knew one was already with you. Many times, so the balloon represents a reward. Many times when we're waiting for something, we're like, I need this thing. I want this thing. In Sagittarius, you finally realized you were already one with whatever that thing is, right? All right, so we're going to use the Heal Yourself. No, I'm not. Sacred Traveler for your main spread. And I actually had these turned around a little bit, but right before we started Sagittarius, I heard we were going to change them. So I'm kind of interested to see why. Nothing really new up here. I feel like I sensed that Sagittarius was releasing already. I do feel like you finally did, because you did gain this wisdom. I do feel like it's going to have a partnership kind of feeling. I see that too, and I'm getting like Two of Cups type of energy. And I do feel like you would get something, fruition. You should get some sort of reward for doing that. So not anything too surprising right there, Sagittarius. It just tells me that this full moon, just very much how it's supporting Aries, is very much supporting Sagittarius. All right, so let's see. Challenge or obstacle with the situation. We have traveling lightly, simplify your life. We have valiant courage coming back out. Take action with passion, that came out for Leo. And then we have impasse coming out at the end of the week. Super interesting. I don't think it's nothing bad, because infinite abundance is on the bottom. Abundance is pouring into your life. I feel like that came out for Aries also. So traveling lightly could be the situation. I am sensing the 2 over here. So I'm getting like it's going to have something to do with a partnership. And Sagittarius is like, that could be what you released, most likely. And if you're on the twin journey, Sagittarius, you released your expectation of your divine counterpart. Which of course took valiant courage, right? Valiant courage says take action with passion. So it tells me that you've already been courageous. So now it's time to like enjoy, reap your rewards, right? That's that harvest moon fruition, like the good things that are going to start to come in. Now, at the end of the week, you are at an impasse. I do see the brick wall, and it says reflect and redirect your energy. It's very possible that fruition, that card that says things are coming in for you, Sagittarius, it's very possible that what you want has now changed, right? And the reason is, again, gaining that wisdom, that ascension. It's like you realize that what you actually have is better than what you wanted. So I'm just going to use this as an example. There could have been a Sagittarius that wanted a person, a physical person in their 3D life, and they wanted it so badly that they stopped doing anything for themselves and put all their energy in that situation. And then they finally realized, like, that isn't benefiting me any. I have to get out of that situation. Sagittarius, I feel like it took you quite some time to get out of that situation, but now that you're out, what you want is most likely changed. Most likely you realize that the spiritual connection is better than the 3D connection. Most likely you realize that there's more people. For example, me, when I came out of my 20-year karmic marriage, and I had to date, that wasn't necessarily the funnest fun part, but I got to meet new people, right? And I started to realize that the things I wanted in a partner when I was, 20 years old is not the things that I want in a partner at 40 years old. You see what I'm saying? So I do feel like something like that is happening. It's like reflect and redirect your energy. It's like, I no longer want this thing, and now I'm going this way. All right, so we are going to use the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. These were gifted to me by Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. Hi, Laura. She says, this is amazing. Laura must be a Sagittarius. All right, let's look at simplify your life. Simplify your life. I feel like once you realize that you don't want whatever it was you thought you wanted, that definitely would make things a lot more simple, right? Four of coins, what I just said. Thank you, Spirit. So four of coins is when you're holding on to something too tightly and you need to release it. And then we're going to have the full, again, release, taking a leap of faith, start all over. It's the number 0. And then valiant courage, take action with passion. We have the King of Cups. So it is going to be a Sagittarius on a twin journey. Not too surprised, right? King of Cups is your water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. We have the Death card coming out. So again, strong Scorpio. But there's some sort of massive transformation with that King of Cups person. So again, if you're on the twin journey, Sagittarius, it's very possible that your counterpart is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and you're experiencing a massive transformation. And then I just want to say too, for a Sagittarius out there, if you're King of Cups, if you're divine masculine energy, if I'm talking to divine feminine and this is your counterpart, and they're a Scorpio, it could be that they're experiencing a massive transformation. Just want to throw that out there. Reflect and redirect your energy. And we have Justice coming out. Justice is that card that says the energy becomes balanced. That's happening right now, right? We're in the 6th month. Oh, I see, Laura, I see. And it's definitely about bringing balance, 6s, right? And justice, of course, is about an injustice that's been done that is healed, that is balanced out. So if an injustice has been done to you, that's where you're going to redirect your energy. You're going to stop focusing on the bad thing that happened and you're going to start focusing on like what you can go and do now, because now that you've released it, it's not holding you down anymore, right? And we have the 8 of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. Again, same thing. You're walking away from that situation. And it's funny, I keep saying walking away with the 8 of Cups because normally the 8 of Cups, I don't like to say walking away because you've got one path, guys. You're not abandoning anybody. You're not rejecting anybody. If they're meant to be on your path, you'll see them further down the path. You know what I mean? But the goal is 10 cups. So what's happened here is you've come up to with the 8 cups on this far up on your journey, and you're like, these other 2 cups aren't here. So what I'm doing is not going to bring those 2 cups. I have to do something else. I have to get back on my road, back on my journey, back on my path, and I have to keep going forward. And then I'm going to find those other 2 cups, right? On the bottom is the 5 of Cups. This is a card of loss and grief. The 5 of Cups talks about how the person can't see their brighter future. They can't see what's ahead for them because they're so focused on the loss, the grief. I feel like that's the energy that you came from. I feel like that's what's finally done. I feel like I'm talking to a Sagittarius who's going to have a strong Scorpio energy around them. And it's very possible that they are in this like a grieving loss energy. All right. And if that's the case, Sagittarius, I'm just going to say have compassion for that person. Love them unconditionally. But yeah, do your thing. All right. Let's pull some guidance for Sagittarius. I'm going to use magical times. So we have metamorphosis. Absolutely. Trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. We have sacred space, which is what you finally decided was sacred, was you and your space. Take time for the dreamer in you. Find your power in stillness. In your sacred space is the peace you seek. Sagittarius, of course, the dreamer stuck out. Make sure you're writing your dreams down. If you haven't checked out my guided dream journals, make sure to check in the description box. The link for those, of course, are in there. But I do feel like there could be some messages, symbols. It's going to be symbols, Sagittarius, that are coming in your dreams. And I just want to say, in that guided dream message journal. It asks you specific questions. It even gives you a spot where you can draw out any symbols that you've been seeing in your dreams, and can definitely help you interpret your dreams. So please make sure to check that out. The dance card comes out and it says, find your heart's rhythm, step lightly and swing with the melody, close your eyes and let joy lead the way. And I feel like, Sagittarius, that's exactly what you're doing this week. You finally are free from the chains of that bind, and you're excited, and you're using that full moon energy to enjoy yourself, right? All right, Sagittarius, let's close it out with the Moonology oracles. So you got show the world the real you, the full moon in Aquarius. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. I feel like that came out for all three. And don't let your past hold you back. Absolutely beautiful. The South Node. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. If it was, Sagittarius, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all those very good things. And that's it, guys. That is the fire signs for the week of June 13th through June 19th. I love them, Sandra. Thank you. Yes, they are beautiful cards. They have a lot of energy in them. All right, guys, it is that time. So I'm going to clean up really quickly. Let me know if you have any questions, would like to get guidance. I do want to talk to you about the June extended reading on Facebook. If you are on the twin journey, I definitely recommend checking that out. We will be doing that on the 14th at 7 p.m. Central Time. And I do offer free individual twin flame current energy updates, of course, at the end of the collective. So the twin journey is going through some massive transformation, right? Definitely experiencing a lot of independence, a lot of individual worth. Starting to understand that our counterpart's purpose may not necessarily be our purpose. I've always known that. I've always thought it would be great if my twin got on here and read tarot to you guys. Wouldn't that be cool? He, of course, you know, he does know about tarot, and is comfortable, you know, with tarot, but I don't believe he's a tarot reader. So Sandra said she would like some guidance. Absolutely, Sandra. All right, let's stick with the Sacred Traveler and let's ask your higher self. So I feel like that's going to be a message in itself, Sandra. I'm definitely hearing like ask yourself, trust your intuition, speak to like your higher self, your guides. I think that's it. All right, let's see what comes out. We have impasse coming out, which also came out for Sagittarius. Reflect and redirect your energy. Traveling lightly, simplify your life, and grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. On the bottom, we're going to have trust that there is a divine plan, and it says desert passage. So desert passage tells me that you're fixing to start some sort of journey that may take you a long time. It may take you the rest of the life that you have here in this lifetime. But I do feel like it's going to have something to do with the divine plan. This could be like you following your purpose. All right, let's use your elemental wisdom cards. And let's look over at that impasse. What is it that Spirit wants you to reflect and redirect your energy about? All right, so we have the World card coming out. No, I just had them upside down. But the World card is about closing out old chapters and starting something new, and the Lovers comes out. So Spirit, those are two major arcanas. Bam, bam. But Spirit is saying like the impasse is here. The old chapter is closing out and a new chapter is opening. And I know you're thinking that the Lovers could be like you're meeting someone new, romantic partner, could absolutely have something to do with that. It is Gemini energy. I just want you to know, Sandra, we're all here because we're twins. I promise you wouldn't have been drawn to me if you weren't. So I do feel like you're going to start putting your focus on your twin journey and closing out whatever it was that you were already doing. So travel lightly, simplify your life. The sun comes out. This is definitely about focusing on joy and happiness. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands says fight for yourself, fight for your happiness. And then through gratitude, joy expands. So we have the High Priestess. Interesting. The High Priestess is the bridging energy, my clue card for the bridging energy in a twin journey. So I do feel like through gratitude, joy expands. You need to find out what is the bridging. See how you have the Lovers and the High Priestess? Not a coincidence. These are definitely two big twin flame, the biggest twin flame clue cards in tarot, and it's very much telling me that whatever you both are working on together, like whatever your current energy is right now, Sandra, that is going to be bringing you a lot of gratitude, a lot of excitement, happiness, and you're going to start to see that the more you're happy about it, the more that comes in. Look at that. Queen of Coins comes out. Queen of Coins is about resources. I definitely could say that it helps you in some way. Grace and gratitude. Queen of Coins, I'm getting money. Yeah, having gratitude for this journey can somehow, oh, I know why. Duh. How silly is that, Sandra? Hi, Miss Justice. So, okay, Sandra, I feel like it's because you start focusing on your twin journey, which of course makes you start following your purpose. And that's where the new resources come in. Look at that. All right, let's pull a Power of Love card for Sandra. We have empathy. You feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. And loyalty is on the bottom. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. Transformation is also down here, and I'm going to take it. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. And I feel like that's what's happening. All right, Sandra, I hope that was helpful. Miss Justice on Twitch. Hello. Yes, absolutely, Sandra. Absolutely. She says she's on the Sag cusp. And I just want to say, I don't want to throw anybody off because I know like we're all, um, this beginner level astrology here. But oh, me too, April, me too. But there's a I'm sure you guys have heard of it, but people are talking about they've started learning about our birth charts, and how, like, let's say for example I was born in April 17th is my birthday, and I'm an Aries sun. Well, the sun, like the universe didn't stop moving. The screenshot is the screenshot of when I was born, but things continue to keep moving. So there's some people that have a theory that I'm not an Aries anymore, right? I don't know if I necessarily buy into all that. Again, we're very much at the beginner level of astrology here, so I haven't dove that deep into it. But could you imagine if I got on here one day and told you, Sandra, that actually you are a Sagittarius now? You know what I mean? Or April, what if I got on here and told you now you're a Gemini? You're like, what? Yeah. So the sun sign is a very big sign. And that's why I always say make sure you know what your moon sign is. Who was in here earlier said something about, it was Laura. Yeah, Laura Weber. Says, I said she must be a Sagittarius, and she says I'm not, but she felt that her ex was her twin. So I just want to say it could have been some type of situation where it was your moon sign. So Laura, I would then ask you, what is your moon sign? Your moon sign is more intimate, more personal for you. Your sun sign is a much bigger, broader group. There's going to be several people that were born at that time. The moon sign is a more direct, right? So I always say like your moon sign is very important. Now, really, all your birth chart is important. I have Aries everywhere, all through my birth chart, like a firebomb over here. But my moon is Capricorn. So it's hilarious because there's so much fire and passion and drive in my birth chart. And then my emotions are like, no, this needs to be grounded and like reality. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it can definitely, knowing what your moon sign is can definitely help you figure out like why you do certain things like a certain way. Yeah, Sandra, most likely that is very true. Most people that are born on a cusp feel like they have both. So April says she doesn't know her moon sign. Uh-oh. April, you're gonna have to go find out. I use Time Passages. It's an app on my phone. I also sell birth chart interpretation readings in my Etsy shop. So if that's something you're interested in, absolutely check that out. But guys, you can get your birth chart for free. I do pay for the app just because I use it to do your guys' birth chart interpretations when you purchase them in the Etsy shop. But there's astro.com, I believe. And they were one of the first places that I went and started learning about birth charts, and it was free. And they had a lot of really helpful information to help you start to understand what it is that you're looking at. So yeah, astro.com, I believe, or Astro Charts, something like that. But if you want to get the app, Time Passages, best app there is. It tells you literally everything there is to know about yourself by using your natal chart, your screenshot of the universe when you were born. So yeah, Time Passages is an app. You can get it on your iPhone or Android. So yeah, check that out. All right, guys, what else? What else should we talk about? Let me see really quickly. Make sure I don't have anything on here. Facebook stars. Thank you guys that sent the Facebook stars. We did finish our week of monetization. I was trying to go to the 11th because that was our last day. So if you guys send Facebook stars up until the 11th, thank you so very much. It definitely is helping us grow on Facebook. We did just recently get monetized on Facebook, which is super exciting. I can't wait to see that first payment sit in my bank account. But yes, I went to go try to get in more hours, and it totally told me that we had done all we could for the maximum bonus. So yes, guys, we definitely filled in all the things, all the requirements, and I cannot wait to see that first installment come in. June 14th, 7 p.m., the extended live for Twin Flames Current Energy. Please go make sure to check that out. I am going to be talking about manifestation because I do feel like that's what everyone is doing right now. Most of you are focused on working with the energy instead of against the energy. So you are starting to manifest and you're starting to see like physical 3D things happen. So those super exciting there too. Oh, thank you, April. Thank you so much. It took us a year and a half. We're still struggling with YouTube, but we are so very close. And then we have Twitch right around the corner. So we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're on Twitch, guys. So make sure to check out all those platforms. Watch us from the one that you enjoy the most. But yes, we're definitely trying to get our monetization going all across the board. Oh, thank you, Sandra. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me and coming in. I appreciate you guys so much. April 2nd, 1986, 86, the same year. So I would say, April, you've definitely found the right tribe. That's how I always tell guys when I'm in my Etsy shop. That's how I can tell like who's in our tribe and who's gonna fit and who's not gonna fit. I can only say I've only come a handful, maybe a handful of people that didn't fit. Um, but it's the birthdays. You know how when you get readings in my Etsy shop, I ask for the birthdays of the people involved. That's how I can tell, because you'll have a synchronicity to something that goes with my own journey. So 86 is my counterpart's year. So yeah, pretty cool, huh? But it happens all the time. It used to surprise me and kind of scared me a little bit there for a while. But now I just feel like it's just spirit letting me know that you're here for a reason, for a purpose. So it's exciting. All right, guys. Thank you so much, April, for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sandra, for always coming in and helping me. I appreciate it. I hope to see you very soon, Sandra. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you, guys. I will see you tomorrow for the Earth signs. We will look at Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We will talk about which signs will be impacted by the strawberry full moon. And yes, guys, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. As always, I'm sending you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you.